Hey guys. Ooh, that's quite a drop. If this swing didn't work, I could be in some trouble. Hey guys, good afternoon. I am in a really cool place right now, and in this video I'm going to take you around and show you how amazing this place is and what we're working on. So I'm here with my natural building class, led by my dear friend Ashley, who maybe you've met in other videos. We've built some mud houses on her property. This is actually the where her partner lives and is building his home, and behind me there you'll see this really cool old structure that was built by this German woman like decades and decades ago. In fact, we'll go inside in a second and maybe Ashley can tell us a little bit about it because I can't remember. There is a storm brewing, so we'll see what happens. When we got here earlier today, it was super sunny, super hot. Oh, Marianne, thanks, honey. And we went swimming, and now it's getting a little cool, which is why I got my sweatshirt on. But without further ado, let's go check it out. So you'll see some structures being built. That's my class is down there. We'll get down there in a second. We're working on building some bamboo structures, and this is kind of a, you know, you want to be really delicate getting off a swing like this because you really don't want to fall down there. That's for sure. Okay. Careful. Okay. Whew, did it. Okay. So, let's take a little look around. So, in the natural building course, we're learning about traditional building techniques. Some new twists, but the way that our ancestors used to live, they would build structures out of the earth. If it didn't work, we wouldn't be here, because that's how humans used to do it. So let's just go. So here we go. Here's this cool old structure. I don't know if anyone's in here. So this building was built by this old German woman who used to live here many years ago. It's got, now again, modern twist. They have some solar stuff going on here. Look at this table. So Ashley's partner Philippe is a carpenter, a blacksmith, a builder, and so he actually like built this table with these like cool electrical things. Oh my god. Oh, and we got a little meow meow. Hey some meow. Hey some meow. Hey some meow. And then look at this cool old, oh yeah, he made this light. It was like some leftover. Apparently he made like all of the lighting fixtures. Oh, let's look at this. So look at this cool old like armoire, and they put this little switch. Oh, look at that. So he did all the lighting in the house. It's just really inspiring. But this chimney, this fireplace was built by the old German woman decades and decades ago. But Philippe did all this furniture. Look at that cool, look, just so cool and so inspiring. And I love all these like little chairs. Little chair. Wow, it really makes me want to take a woodworking class. Oh, and check this out. Look at the cat door. Oh my god. Look at the cat door. Oh my god, I love it. Wow. Okay, so let's keep going. So, what do I want to show you? Oh, Tara. Hi, Tara. Hi, honey. So we are, of course, Lake Atitlan. We're in a place called Santiago. We took a boat here. So Sununa, Hummingbird Valley, is on the other side of the lake. So look at this cool tree. And it sounds like a storm is brewing. So we're going to grab my little water bottle and we are going to get moving. So I'm going to show you the house that the guy built himself. My classmates are down working on some bamboo construction. And yeah, apparently he's only been working on this for 2 years, 4 years? Yeah, so talented. He planted all of these plants. What I love about this are there are little like raspberries along the path. So as you walk up the path, you can pick little niblets of fruit as you go. So I'm really inspired. This class has been really intensive, really immersive. Definitely bringing up a lot because we're learning about being self-sufficient and resilient and, taking our basic needs into our own hands, creating structures, creating home. And so there's been a lot of exploration of what home means, and that definitely has brought up a lot for me because, I had a very, maybe you know, maybe you don't, I had a very migratory upbringing between my parents' work that moved us around a lot, and then also just being a person for some reason, the winds took me for most of my life. So I never really had a deep sense of rooting in one place. And so we're literally learning about how to build homes. You guys know I have my land. And so this is all helping me inform what I'm going to be doing, to build my own home. And yeah, it's bringing up a lot. In fact, I was just sharing with somebody like, okay, we're learning about using these tools. We're learning about all this stuff. And it's really like activating this polarity within me of, in some senses, feeling like I can't do it. I need someone to do it for me. I need a man to do it for me. I need an expert to do it for me. Like, who am I? Like, I can't, like, I feel like a lot of my journey has been learning that I can do things, right? I can ride a motorcycle through the mountains of northern Thailand, I can go traveling alone as a woman. I can make videos and have people engaged with them. Like, I can write a book. I can go traveling alone as a woman in India. I can do these things. I can heal my digestion. I can turn my health around. I can, I can recover. I can do these things that at some point I felt like I couldn't for whatever reason. So I'm noticing a lot of stuff come up around this polarity, this like duality within me, still challenging these deeply held beliefs of what I can or cannot do as a woman, as a young person, as a, oh, hi Kopal. Kopal is having a blast. The dogs are having a blast. Anyways, let's, there's a bathtub up there. I'm not going to show you that, but look. Whoop. It's very, very, sandy here. I'll show you really quick. There's a job site down there. I'll show you. These are all raspberry bushes. So, oh, I hear music, so we're probably not going to be able to get too close. But oh, here I'll show you the house that he built. Yeah, Bethany, we can do anything we set our minds to, and anything that we are willing to challenge our programming around. Damn. So we got some stuff going on here. Why don't we? Let's go around. Ooh, look at these flowers. Oh, beautiful. Let's go in.
If I go to the tip, this actually hits it at an angle. We need to remove the inside, almost like at 45. Clean it up here. And we really do it super roughly. Then we place it against the bamboo and we really scribe where it's the parts that are touching. Could also be that this is a bit of a too big fish mouth and we need to cut out a little bit so it really fits on the
Okay, cool. So you see where we are. So we're cutting bamboo, we're making a little structure here. Those are my classmates. But here, let me take you inside this house. Oh, let me show you also something really cool. Where did I leave it? Oh, it's right here, look. So this is a piece of obsidian. This came from this land. Isn't this beautiful, this stone? Just, so let's go inside here. This was a house that Philippe built. This is a clay plaster wall, so we're learning how to do this. So he built this with bamboo. So that's Philippe there. That's Ashley's partner. He's a very, very handy man. Here's some of his tools. Look at this. Wow. 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 He doesn't use any power tools. He only uses like hand tools. Wow. And check this out. This is, oh, I love these details of like the colored glass towards the bottom to get that light. And then check this out. Look at this bed. So this is a watch this. Oh. Wow. So we're allowed to be up here. We got to come up here earlier, but this is a like it's a bed made of, it's a net, like a net bed. So you can lay back here, and then look at this. He's got a screen here. So what does it smell like? It smells, Janice, it doesn't, I mean, it smells clean, it smells dry, like, wow, look at that view. Wow. So all bamboo. In fact, there are no nails. He uses bamboo pegs. There's some like wood glue mixed with sawdust to fill in like the holes, but there's no screws, no nails. All bound together, and he made it all. So you know what's interesting? He started working on this house during COVID times, when COVID was first hitting, and just like built a house. He built himself a house. And when I think, hey, there he is. And what is funny about that is like there were a lot of people, especially during early COVID, who felt, oh, I can't do anything. I can't. But then there are other people who use that time to like write a book, educate themselves, like use that time to build a house, like learn how to do things. And so I think that is a good example of how sometimes the struggles that life hands us are some of our greatest opportunities if we use them, you know? Let's go.
No, I have those ones that like the Japanese tools. Like I'm a sucker for this kind of, you know, like framing tools that are really.
Look at that. Whoa. Nancy, have I decided on what type of house I'm gonna build? Let me get down and I'll tell you about that.
Yeah.
Like he like made oars. Isn't that amazing? Look at the whole leaf.
That's fun.
Yeah.
You keep those in your room with you, huh?
No, just because I'm working here.
Are you? What are you doing in here still?
Like just for the workspace.
Ah.
So I have like the stoppers down here.
Yeah.
So I just, you know, instead of going to my workspace.
These are your trusses.
Yeah, those are gonna be the posts, and it's a bit of like a. Like
Not that, and like, what is that? What is that? Is that a structure? Is that a piece of art? It's a doghouse. Look at that. It's a natural earthen doghouse. Look at this dog with the different colored eyes. You're so beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. So, not bad. So we went, so we took a boat here, and then we arrived on that dock there. Actually, we went swimming there right before lunch. It was much sunnier and hotter then. Now it's a little bit chilly, so.
It's a secret of the ancient Norwegians how to open it.
I haven't been making videos, as you guys know, while I've been in this course. And I've really just been using this time to be super present with what I'm learning. I find this is a deeply immersive experience. Thank you, Adriana. It's been a deeply immersive experience, and a lot of stuff has been moving inside of me. You know, when we are working in this realm of our beliefs and what we believe is possible, sometimes it can bring out some stuff of like, you know, that's not the way I'm used to doing things, and I had a thought, a thinking, and that this is the way life is supposed to be, or reality is supposed to be, and then to go through that shifting process can be actually quite, vulnerable and triggering, and a lot of learning. And so I'm very grateful that I've given myself some time to be offline.
Yeah, I really like
it.
The problem is
yeah, some seismic shifting happening within me, so thanks for your patience with me. I know a lot of people were worried about me and apparently reaching out to everybody asking if I was okay. I have the right also. I have the right to not project, not project, not share, not put my life on display times if I don't want to. And I think that's also something that I was working with during this time of really just kind of feeling my way into what do I want to share, what is appropriate to share, what's not appropriate to share, what's sacred, what's mine, you know, and just looking at the way sometimes that I give a lot, and maybe sometimes I even give too much, and what the impact of that can be, both on myself, on others, and just really holding all of that. Anyways, let's go. Thank you, Bev. Yeah, exactly. Don't apologize. And I'm not apologizing. I don't think I've apologized, and I'm not apologizing because people aren't entitled to my life. I share when I want to, because I want to, when it gives me joy, and if there are times when I don't want to share, like I have that right, and nobody's entitled to me, nobody's entitled to my life, you know, so. Yeah, hi Michelle, hi love. Ooh, look at this. Oh, this is so cool. This is that stuff that mossy stuff that hangs in the trees, where we saw a lot of it up there. In fact, I wonder if we could, no, let's not try to take everything. But I really would love. I've been in conversation with the land about this little piece and if I can receive this or not. Yeah, Jane, exactly. Yeah, my high vibe tribe. You guys knew that I was okay. I shared there. All right, let's go peek into the job site and see if it's okay. Dun, dun, dun.
Are we putting this thing together yet?
Are you guys okay if I do a video around the job site? Yeah? Cool. Yay! You're my beautiful, 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 amazing. Are you guys in? I won't.
It's good instead of having people more over.
So we're doing stuff, we're building stuff, we're doing stuff, we're building stuff. Doing stuff and building stuff. He's got a hammer, a mallet. Doing stuff and building stuff and doing stuff. Doing stuff and building stuff. Francis, no one's offended me. It's mostly just conversations within myself. Doing stuff and building stuff. Terry. You know, Terry, I'm excited to show you guys, and a lot of times people ask, what's going on with your land? What's going on with your land? And it's like, everything that's going on with my land right now is like all this like internal stuff. So I'm so excited for the day that all of this stuff that's happening and changing inside of me can come out in a way that you guys can see it, because right now you can't see it. So I'm also really looking forward, this is a marathon we're running. This is not like a McMansion that's going up. This is like a journey of my heart and my soul, and it's a journey of coming home, literally and figuratively. Anyways, let me show you the bathroom because it's really cool. Okay, so you remember Philippe is a carpenter and a blacksmith, so like all of these details, like there's nothing pre-made. So this is a toilet. This is a compost toilet. Look at the leaf. Oop, you got a little pea catcher, and then you poo in the back, and then here's the sawdust you put on top, and even the sawdust is, he made it out of bamboo. Like, what? And what's cool about this is, watch this. You sit here, you close the door, you sit here, imagine, and then you do your business, and look at this! Look at this! Look at that view! Can you imagine taking a poo like this? Yeah, Jane, transformation takes time. A butterfly has to go in the darkness and turn into goo and change, and the darkness is important because that's where the butterfly grows its wings. And time is important because without time, you just have a goopy caterpillar. Okay, you guys want to see another thing really cool? This place is such a playground. Nope, not smelly, Kathleen. So it would be smelly if you didn't have the sawdust. So this is carbon, and your pee and poo is nitrogen. So you have to balance the carbon and the nitrogen. So if you ever have, fun fact, if you do compost at home and you find that it's really smelly and liquidy, that is a sign that you don't have enough carbon. So then you need to grab some dried leaves, some straw, some newspapers, cardboard, all of those things are examples of carbon. And so when you add that with your nitrogen, and then the ingredient of time, then that's when you get that magical compost, which is food for plants. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I want to show you something really cool. Let's go this way. Okay. A little bit more challenging to do it with one hand. So, the access isn't the easiest thing in the world, but trust me, it'll be worth it when we get up there. Okay, you ready? Look at this. It's a bathtub. It's a bathtub up here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine sitting in this bathtub? But wait, there's more. You heat it with a wood frickin' fire underneath the bathtub. What? And to get water in, he uses a water pump fueled by solar panels. So let's just be very careful. Whoa, gosh. About maneuvering up here. Down there you see a solar panel, so he gets solar energy. Wow. Wow. Cool, right? So that's pretty amazing, right? All of these humans in my class are just such awesome people. I've really been enjoying being with them and connecting and dropping in, and just, I think that's also been, well, I think that's also been the value for me of taking a break from the videos for this past week-ish, is that it just really allows me to be here. And even I noticed that today when I was like, okay, I'm ready to get back on videos, I noticed that it was like distracting me and taking me out of the moment. So that was actually something I learned definitely, or appreciated definitely, on the last course I did, the permaculture gardening course. I was making videos, and then, you know, at one point I asked the group, hey, how does everyone feel about the videos? And one girl's like, actually, I find it a little distracting. And I'm like, oh God, I'm so sorry. And I was thinking about it, I was like, wait, I find it distracting too. I find it distracting too. So, you know, I love sharing with you guys, and sometimes I need to respect my own process, my own experience, and also what this does to my nervous system. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you make videos, or when you engage with a large number of people, especially in this kind of space, it's like something happens to my nervous system, and it can really kind of agitate me at times. You've probably seen me agitated. Not saying it's because of you guys, but sometimes dropping into that quiet, silent space is like really good medicine. Yeah, thank you. Holly, is he single? No, this is Ashley's partner. So this is Ashley's like partner. Like they have big plans. I'll just say they have future facing plans that they're dreaming about together, which is really inspiring. Nice. 444, yeah. Oh, Kathy, you're welcome. You know, it's such a journey to figure out, like, when is it appropriate to share? When is it not appropriate to share? What is appropriate to share? When do I share too much? When do I cross boundaries with myself and others? And why do I share what I share? What am I trying to, like, prove or do? Or, like, I've been going into some deeply reflective places regarding all of those things. So I don't necessarily have the refined answer to that, but I do feel like I'm shifting some things and wanting to have a little bit more discernment. What is the difference between discretion and discernment? Many years ago, the word discernment, before I started all these travels and I was going to India for 6 months by myself, I went to this psychic woman in Salem, Massachusetts, and we had this really powerful reading, and she said, your journey is like riding on a tiger. That was the image that she got, which is perfect because I was actually going to India, and that's one of the primary, like, like sort of religious symbols, Durga riding the tiger. But she also said this is a journey of discernment. She said, do you know what that means? She said, and I was like, oh, not really. She's like, you know, it seems like this generation doesn't know what that word discernment, like there's no emphasis in the word discernment. Discernment, as my understanding, is your ability to really feel what is the truth, what is the next right action, what is right, what is true, what is aligned. And it's not something that you can logic, because a lot of times the next right thing or what is best is not necessarily a rational thing. Like, why do I have to move to this place? Why do I have to get in that tuk-tuk? Why do I have to get off the train 2 stops early? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense, right? But there's a certain like skill in being able to discern. Like, I got conned a lot in that trip to India, and my rational mind was like, well, this all adds up, but my deeper feeling sense was like, there's something not right going on here, and I ended up getting conned. Maybe you can read about it in my book, Leaving America with Erica, the Jessomere camel scandal. That was such an exercise in discernment, right? I was not able to discern the situation correctly, and I got burned. So I'm still on that journey of discernment. You're probably on that journey of discernment. Learning to trust what you feel. I'm learning to trust what I feel. Which, over this past week, was like, just pull into yourself. Just pull back, you know? And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to pull back and go into that dark, quiet place when it doesn't look good, when people want things from you, when you're used to pleasing people, when you want to just make people happy and just give them what they want so they like you so you can feel safe, right? It can feel really unsafe to go into that darkness where you just want to, like, sit with the grief or sit with the sadness or sit with all the shit that's coming up that you're being forced to look at, like God is like rubbing. It's like when a dog like pees in the carpet and you have this instinct to want to like take the dog's nose and rub it in the pee. Look what you did, right? And so there's a sense of like, oh God, right? So it takes a lot of courage to look at the pee on the carpet, so to speak, and reflect on why you peed on the carpet. And do you know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Victoria, will you carve a bath from local stone for your home? Victoria, that is a great idea. And to that I'll say we'll see. We'll see. Oh my God. There's only 234 people watching. You better step it up. Actually, no. Here's the thing. I shouldn't step it up. I should be... No, I don't want to shit on myself. I don't want to try to go for numbers. I don't want to try to do what I'm not like a monkey dancing for you guys. I don't want to be a dancing monkey giving you what I think you want so more people will watch. I don't want to do that. I don't want to play that game. In a lot of ways I have played that game in the past, and I don't want to do that. And that was also part of something I was feeling my way through in this darkness. So, you know, I cherish whoever's here, and I'm not worried about who's not here. Here we go. So yeah. Whoa, gosh, let's just be really, really careful. I am wearing shorts in case it looks like I'm not. Okay, let's be careful right now because we're in a really high place. Oh Jesus. But okay. So that's another structure one of the guys is building. It's like Philippe is, you know, these people, they attract other people. Oh, there's a King Philip. Yay. Oh, don't look in the bathroom over there. Hi, Cinnalyn. Hi, honey. I just saw your comment in the High Vibe Tribe about the vinegar. You know, I was reading this thing today about, like, sort of the antidote to people pleasing is, like, just doing what you love and making, like, your love the compass for your actions and what you do. Not doing things just to make people happy or try to get the ratings or try to get more people watching or whatever. Trying to, all the ways that we're addicted to people and their opinions and what they think of us and getting them to like us and approve of us so we can feel safe. And so the antidote to this is just focusing on what do you love? What do you really want to do? And when I read that this morning, I was like, oh, vinegar. I want to make vinegar. Okay. I love vinegar. Oh, look. So over there is the city of Santiago. So that's one of the bigger cities here on the lake. And I don't get here. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I don't get here to Santiago as much as I'd like. I think this is maybe the third or fourth time I've been to Santiago. We're not even in the city. We're just kind of close by on Philippe's land. His parents bought this land and put it in his name back in 1988. And it's a really interesting kind of like series of events that happened that protected this land, because sometimes like if no one's occupying, if no one's living here, if it's like abandoned, as it was for like 30 years, sometimes people will come in and squat and try to take it back and all the things. But it was a really interesting series of events that protected this land. So divine providence. Ah, Danuta, girl, you know, with the shifting, I think it just requires, you know, I think what I did well in this week of like darkness and shifting was like I let myself really go there and just not try to fix it. And not to say that I'm completely out of it or I did it perfectly, but I think there's a lot to be said by like, okay, there is a fucking duality going on. Sorry, kids. There is a freaking duality going on right now within me, and I don't like it, and it's okay. And I like, one thing I did was like, I affirmed my own safety. Like, I'm safe to be here. Like, I'm safe to not make videos. Like, I am enough. I have enough. Like, it's okay. I will be okay. Like, you know, and so kind of like when you're in that darkness, like, affirm those things in yourself. Like, it's okay to be here and I'm safe. And I think especially as women, we are challenged by these like issues around safety, and sometimes we'll stay in a toxic relationship longer because it feels safer than going out into the world and being in the unknown. That unknown space can feel really scary. So sometimes we will do things to try to control and create a sense of safety that doesn't necessarily serve our best and highest interest. And we do it, we make choices out of that lower fear mind, right? Instead of our like higher mind. So a higher mind can stand in the darkness and be like, okay, what are like the life themes that are coming up here? What are the patterns I'm noticing? What are the lessons that God could be trying to teach me through this? Like, how is this situation here for me? How is this happening for me and not to me? In fact, I have this whole list of questions that I can share with you guys later that I find to be really amazing and helpful. 70, I did not know you disappeared. Were you just with Loop fundraising? Yeah, so, fun fact. So if you're watching my Instagram and my YouTube, you will not have noticed anything. You might have noticed, a few days between posting videos. And that's because I made a lot of videos in the days before I went silent. And those videos have still, thanks to my lovely assistant Chani, those videos have still been peppered on my YouTube and Instagram channels. But here on Facebook, I haven't posted in like, I don't know, can someone tell me, over a week, since before Easter? Yeah, I would say maybe like 10 days ago, something like that. So for those of you who know me, typically I post once a day, sometimes multiple times a day. So going MIA for over a week is not characteristic of my style. Exactly. And Terry, people should not be so dependent on me either. Like, that's also something. Like, y'all are adults. I'm an adult. Y'all is not my mother. Y'alls are not my mother. Like I'm an adult and I can go offline if I want to. Okay, let's very carefully make our way down. Oh geez, focusing on not falling. Oh gosh, that's a little rickety. I'm so excited. Tomorrow we're gonna go back to Ashley's land and I'm gonna show you guys what we've been working on. We've been building different structures out of mud, which is a mixture of clay, sand, straw, water, and creating these like different mushy, like almost like mortar type mushy materials that you can build with. And so, yeah, I'm getting a lot of ideas of what I want to build for my houses. Oh, here we go. Bah, okay. Whew. So someone was asking before, what's my plan for my land? So originally, when I was starting this whole process, I was like, I can't do natural building. Like, I want to learn just so I know, but I can't do that because I can't for whatever reason. And then doing this course, it's like, wait a minute, this is traditional and I can. And I don't need a lot of able-bodied men to do it with me. In fact, this is something I could do with women and children. In fact, I know a 5-year-old girl from the village who I really want her to help me build my house. So hopefully we're gonna, so my plan, originally I was thinking like, okay, for the first tiny structure, just so I can move on to the land as soon as possible, it's just gonna be like a little wooden house, like Karuna style, right? because it's fast, it's cheap, I can get on there sooner. And then it's like, wait a minute, there are other structures that I could do that would be just as fast, if not faster, and just as cheap, if not cheaper. So I'm looking at one called a light clay straw structure now, which would have a wooden frame, but then the walls would be filled in with this densely packed material made from straw, covered in this like clay slip. So it's insulative, it's strong, it is just like a wonderful material. The key is you don't get it wet, and you do that by having, they say in natural building, you want good hats and boots. So a good foundation and a really good roof. And so if the material doesn't get wet, then it's great. So, you know, of course there are a lot of things to keep in mind and a lot of best practices and way to do it. Of course, there are good ways to do it, there are not so good ways to do it, and yeah, I'm excited to do that exploration. And then I'm also, yeah, Terry, it's insulative. So we're learning about like the difference between like thermal, like it holds heat versus it like moves heat. I can't remember the words, but I understand the concept. So I want to do that, and then for my bodega, which is kind of like the tool shed, I want to do something called bahareki, which is like also known as wattle and daub, but wattle and daub and bahareki, there are two of them. It's like essentially these like posts that you can put trash inside, you pack trash in, and then you fill it in with that clay cob. And we'll, tomorrow when we go to Ashley's Land, I will show you what I'm talking about. I'll show you what I'm talking about so you can learn alongside me. So I think this time has been really good so I can do some of the preliminary learning and processing and feeling and shifting. So now I feel more able to, yeah, share that with you. So, Dawn, do you use chicken wire? Yeah, I mean, there are different ways. Chicken wire can be a useful, you know, it's like, it depends. Is something better than other? It depends. Is this good? Is this bad? It depends. It depends on a lot of things. So yeah. Is moss amazing? Yes. Not even it depends, it's just amazing. So. Alright, the boat, I just heard the boat is coming to pick us up soon. So let's actually go back this way. Oh gosh. So, you know, bathtub, cool location, not the best access. Ooh, but we do have a... Actually, you know what? I said I would have no more. I already had enough. And so I said I would have no more. So here we go. When am I going to see my sister? Oh, Bev, good question. What day is today? I'm planning to leave sometime around between May 3rd and May 6th. So I'm already loading up my Amazon cart with things I want to buy and bring back. I'm actually looking at a saw, some tools here that I'm actually really excited about. So I'm going to go see her probably for about 10 days and then come back. Which would be great. Oh, these are blackberries. Did I say no more blackberries? No, I didn't. Thank you. Oh, here come the dogs. These dogs are literally living their best lives. Look at this aloe plant. Choo choo. So you can see his eyes. We got little beehives here. Saw these in Tishaya too. So cool. Bev, we'll have a P.O. box so I can send gifts. I asked my sister how she feels about me giving her address. She said yes, but with discretion. So maybe. I also hesitant. I don't want to receive a bunch of stuff because I don't have a lot of space. I mean, I have space, but I want to get tools and I want to get big bags of coriander seeds and, you know. So we'll see. Look at this. So this is a tool. So there was stuff that was already on this land when he got here, including this cool grinder. So this is an old tool. Yeah. Yeah, Joni, so the walls can get damp from the air. That's why we'd have plaster. So you put like plaster coatings on the interior and the outside of the wall so the water doesn't get through. So there are ways to insulate these materials. Because of course you don't want mud. You don't want a house made of wet mud. But dry earth can be very sturdy. Dry earth can be a wonderful thing to build from, right? Yep. Yay! Let's look at this house so this is the house we saw inside, from the outside. So what's also really great is that it has really great airflow. And then this is like a natural thatch roof, and just amazing. So we got ducks, we got the thing. Okay, so there are some power tools. That's Ashley's. You see that? That's Ashley's tool. Jamie, yeah, you can send stuff to Pana, but it's, oh, here, let's see his eyes. It's expensive to send stuff to Pana, especially if it's heavy stuff, and it doesn't always get there. Look at those eyes. It doesn't always get there. Marilyn, doesn't plaster mold from simple humidity? Hey, Ashley? Let's see if we can get the expert. Hey, Ashley? Can I grab you for a second? I'm having some questions that I can't necessarily answer on my own.
Maybe I can.
I hope so.
Maybe I can.
So you guys probably know Ashley already.
Everybody.
She is the guide that's leading us into this knowledge about natural building.
Mistress of mystery, if you will.
I think it's good. I think it's good. So people were asking about like mold and these houses, and is that really good with water? And people were just saying, Marilyn was just asking, like, doesn't plaster mold? And can you speak
That's a great question. So cement plaster molds. A lot of people have experience with houses living, with stucco, and stucco is known for having these mold problems that eventually create health issues that usually the homeowners find out later that there's been mold problems when there's health issues, right? Mm-hmm. So the nice thing about a clay plaster is that clay plaster regulates indoor humidity to about 50%. And 50% is optimal for your lungies. So human lungs do best at about that level. Mm-hmm. And so what clay plaster does is it has this property of hydrophilia.
Yes!
What does that mean, Erica?
It means it loves water.
Loves water.
Loves water. It goes.
So, if it loves water that way, it takes the water in and then it slowly releases it when the humidity is lower. So it's super beneficial. Hi, Dawn. Thanks for saying hi. Super, super beneficial for our lungs. Now, when could you have mold issues? Most mold issues are a recipe of problems on the level of our foundation, right?
I was telling you about the boots and hats.
Boots and hats. If you're going to learn anything in a course like this, it's really these kind of key mistakes that we've all learned, practicing and failing and learning from our teachers that tell us these things like boots and hats, and emphasize that level of foundation and roofs as so important. So, when we're doing natural building, we're typically working with clay plaster. Some might call that earthen plaster. And we're also working with lime plaster, not the fruit. We're talking about the mineral here. So lime is the base of cement, right? It's just that cement, they add all these different chemical additives, drying agents, and different things to make it stronger. But what it also does is encourages mold growth. Oh. Someone's asking, how long does a thatch roof last? So, Ava, can you tell everyone if I have clear answers, or what is the most common answer? The most common answer is it depends. And especially with thatch roofs, it's going to depend on the pitch of your roof. So typically for thatch, you're working with 45 degrees or more, or steeper, right? And if it's less, that means that water is going to take a longer amount of time to shed off of that roof. And there's a couple things that'll also determine how long it's going to last. Like, do you have a tree above it? Is it dropping natural organic material on top? You want to always make sure it doesn't have anything above that's going to drop organic material. Why not?
Because that'll hold more moisture and mold, and that can create the conditions for mold.
And also, what happens? What do we create compost out of?
Organic matter and nitrogen.
So nitrogen-based material. So if we drop, this roof is a bunch of carbon. I'm sorry, I just got a bunch of carbon in your hair. This is a bunch of carbon. It's dried, right? And if you're putting organic matter on top of it,
you're making compost.
You're making compost.
You're turning your roof into compost.
So
that's nice.
We're gonna try to avoid roof compost making by making sure there's not trees directly above our roof. Or if there are trees directly above your roof, you're going to get on your roof and you're going to basically sweep it off. What kind of organization are you? Do you mean me or do you mean...
We're an organization of two.
We're an organization of two currently. No, but so my business is called Root to Rise, regenerative design, right? So I focus on designing homes, supporting clients in designing landscapes, but also their houses. But more than that, actually, their relationship to the idea of home, their relationship to a landscape. So me and Dijon, who some of you have already met, work together as a design team. And we help people to build their homes. And it's not just us doing the work, we really try to empower our local friends to build in this way again, which most of them know it, and it's just tickling that remembrance awake. So that's what we are. And then what we're doing now, you can find